So you landed in America on a visitor visa, did some sightseeing, ate a questionable hot dog, and now you're thinking, wait, can I just stay? The answer is maybe, and that maybe is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Here's the thing most people don't realize. A visitor visa and an immigrant visa are basically two different movies playing in the same theater. One is the romantic comedy where you visit, laugh, and go home, and the other is the epic saga where you actually build a life here. The process of switching from one to the other while staying inside the US is called adjustment of status, and it sounds very official because it absolutely is. Think of it like upgrading your Netflix plan, except instead of better picture quality, you get the right to live and work in America permanently. But here's where it gets spicy. Not everyone on a visitor visa qualifies to adjust their status. The government wants to make sure you didn't show up with a suitcase, a 5-year plan, and a U-Haul already reserved, because that would suggest you never intended to just visit. This is called preconceived intent, and immigration officers take it very seriously, like a detective who just found your moving boxes. If you arrived planning to immigrate but pretended you were just popping in for a vacation, that's a major problem that can follow you around for years. Now, if you genuinely qualify, let's say you fell in love, got married to a US citizen, or your employer decided you're the one, then adjusting status from inside the country is very much on the table. You'd file something called Form 8485, which is the government's way of saying, please submit your entire life history in paperwork form. While that application is pending, you're actually allowed to apply for work authorization and even travel permission. So you're not just sitting there talking to your houseplants for 2 years. It's one of those rare moments where bureaucracy throws you a small, slightly crumpled lifeline. The tricky part is that your visitor visa has an expiration date, and the clock is always ticking like a game show countdown you didn't sign up for. You need to have filed your adjustment of status application before your authorized stay runs out. Otherwise, you start racking up what's called unlawful presence, which is the immigration world's version of a very bad credit score. Here's a fun twist, though. Even people who overstayed their visa by a little bit sometimes still have options, depending on the specific category they're adjusting through. Immigration law has more exceptions than a terms and conditions agreement, and that's both the frustrating and the fascinating part. This is exactly why immigration lawyers exist, because trying to navigate this alone is like trying to assemble IKEA furniture with instructions written in a language you're still learning. One wrong move, and suddenly a shelf is upside down and your whole case is in jeopardy. A good immigration lawyer looks at your specific situation, your visa history, your relationships, your employer, your timeline, and figures out which path actually makes sense for you. They're not just filling out forms, they're essentially reading the map so you don't accidentally drive into a ditch. The costs and timelines vary wildly depending on your category, your country of birth, and how backed up the government is at any given moment. Processing times can range from a few months to several years, which honestly says a lot about the system, but we'll save that rant for another day. What you really need to walk away with today is this. Changing your status from inside the US is possible, but it's not automatic, it's not simple, and it's definitely not something to freestyle without professional guidance. The stakes are your ability to stay in the country, so this is one area where winging it is a genuinely terrible idea. The smartest move you can make right now is to talk to a qualified immigration attorney before you do anything, before you file anything, before you Google yourself into a spiral of contradictory forum posts. From 2014, get the real picture from someone who actually does this for a living. If you want to learn more about how our company can help you navigate the immigration process with confidence and clarity, go ahead and check out the links in the description.